Hello, mystical, magical, weirdo, astrology lovers. I am super happy to be here with you. So honored that you are here, showing up, watching this astrology forecast. And I'm imagining that you are a light being, a light worker, a healer, and we need you more than ever in these times. So thank you for being here and keep doing the work, keep showing up just like you're showing up. So we have a wildly powerful, not just wild, but a wildly powerful upcoming week. At the end of the week on Friday, we're going to have a full moon in Taurus. And it's not just any full moon in Taurus, it's a full moon in Taurus where Saturn is moving direct on the same day, and it is conjunct by just a few degrees the planet Uranus, which is the planet of crisis. If we're being real, it's a planet of there has been an upheaval, there has been a surprise, there has been a shift, and now we figure out how to adapt, how to change. So this full moon, which we've got the sun in Scorpio, we've got the moon in Taurus. Every single full moon, we have oppositional energies between the sun and the moon, and that is how we get this full moon, is they're literally opposite, opposing one another in the sky. Now, Scorpio has us going real deep. It has us look beneath the surface. It has us connect to this really deep surge of energy, of inner endurance that is intuitive, that is connected to your inner knowing, that is connected to your third eye. It's a super spiritual time, and a time where we can tap into these unseen energies to give us power, to connect to our authenticity and energy so that we can show up in the world and do what we're here to do. I think the highest expression of Scorpio is when you take challenge and you take crisis and you've had hardship or you're going through a hard time and you alchemize it. You take accountability for what you can change in your world and you make your way through the darkness. Scorpio, in its highest function, does not only not fear the darkness, not fear what they can't see, but they boldly will walk into the darkness, sometimes carrying a lantern, carrying a light so that others can see, and they can pave the pathway of healing. So this is a really profound time of healing just with the sun in Scorpio right now. Every time, at once a year, we've got these 30 days where there's an alchemical process. It often is happening under the surface. Maybe we can feel like bubbling of change and transformation occurring in our personal lives. There is so much going on under the surface and also in the cosmos that we just have no idea. We have no idea what is really percolating and coming through, but we might get these glimpses of understanding of the kind of opportunities that we have to step into an even more powerful part of our identity, of our thought process, of the choices that we make on a day-to-day basis. So on this full moon, we have the sun opposing Taurus. Sun in Scorpio, moon will be in Taurus. Now, Taurus is slow. It is wanting to move at the soul's pace. It is wanting to experience healing, wanting to experience deep wells of peace and connection and sweetness. But don't get me wrong, like Taurus has this super potent ability to endure and to keep going. When everyone else has given up in a race, everyone else has given up, Taurus keeps going. Taurus is like the last one standing. They're just going to keep putting their energy in. They're going to keep putting one foot in front of the other. So we have been through it. There's a lot going on under the surface. There's a lot of emotions that are coming up. And as we get closer to the full moon on the 15th of November, those emotions will continue to rise. And the Scorpio energy helps us confront them, confront our truth. And the Taurus energy will give us the inner strength to keep going, to keep walking, to keep moving forward. What's amazing is that on the full moon, on this same day, the planet Saturn, which is the planet of personal responsibility. It's like that high school teacher or middle school. Did you ever have a teacher in your life that held you to a really high standard? Like they wanted you to be the best that you can be. They wanted you to step up. And maybe they were a little hard on you, but with love, like a tough love energy. That's Saturn. And as Saturn goes direct, whatever you've been working on internally begins to be expressed externally. That inner responsibility you've taken, that hard work that you have put into your life, into your healing, into whatever it is that you are working on in your soul's progress, in your spiritual progress. We all have something that we've got a growth edge where we're expanding into this next level of ourselves. Whatever it is, Saturn helps point us, push us with a gentle nudge into the direction of our growth and into the direction of our next chapter. What's next? So you might ask yourself, what are my next steps now? How can I continue to be the best version of myself in spite of whatever's going on in my life or in the external world? How can I reach really deep and find that scorpionic alchemical force where I can bring light into the darkness, where I am not afraid to look in the places that I maybe once was, or afraid to go to the spaces that I haven't yet been? We are 1000% walking into unknown territory, and that could be scary for some people, and it's going to be really exciting for some other people. On this full moon, we also have this activation of unknown territory, and it's up to you how you want to walk towards that and either welcome that or say, nope, I'm not taking it, because the sun will be opposing Uranus. That means that on the full moon, there's a loose opposition between the sun and Uranus, and the moon will be very, very close, just a couple degrees away from Uranus. So Uranus is the planet of change. It is the planet of upheaval. It is the ruler of Aquarius, right? We're knowing that Pluto is about to move into Aquarius for 18 years, coming very, very soon. And we've got this full moon before Pluto makes its final transit out of Capricorn. The sun is lighting up and shining a light on change. What wants to change? We know that if you're living in the United States, you're in the midst of really massive change with the elections, and there might be massive change in your personal world. And it's up to you to decide what you want to do with this new information. Uranus is a rebel. It is an innovative force. It is a change maker. Uranus shakes things up and says, time to do something that we've never done before. Time to step into a new paradigm, to do something really different. This is not a comfortable place for Taurus. Taurus wants things secure. It likes the earth. It's an earth sign. It wants things to be very practical and grounded. Taurus is a sign of, the five senses and the body and being in your body and being stable and having a connection to your root chakra and the earth. Uranus is like a comet, like blasting through. We know Uranus is a planet, but it's like that kind of fast, speedy lightning bolt. Better analogy. It's a lightning bolt energy that comes in and it says, you know what? I'm going to shake things up and I'm going to rattle you a little bit. And we're going to find out what doesn't want to, like, we're going to shake and we're going to find out what sticks and what wants to shed. We're going to shake it up and we're going to, it's almost like when you're putting something through a sifter, like you're putting sugar in a sifter and you start to sift and you find these clumps and everything else falls through. Uranus shakes it up and it wants everything that is ready to be released to be released. And this planet, which I feel like has a masculine energy, is a he. He says, it's time to do things differently. It's time to innovate. You might not feel ready. You might not feel 100% ready. That's not Taurus energy. It's not excited about big changes. Uranus is helping Taurus grow. Uranus is helping us collectively on the full moon, helping us grow, helping us realize how we can live in the most aligned way with our truth. Uranus is helping us realize what within us needs to evolve even farther from where you have already evolved. I know you've been doing the work. There's always more to do, right? There's always farther to stretch. So Uranus shakes things up and it asks us to innovate. And it says, look, the times are changing. That is our reality. Things are changing. What do you want to do about it? Do you want to be mad, frustrated, and angry? Or do you want to step into the driver's seat and take action on what you believe in and walk the talk? Saturn is that teacher that holds you to your highest standards. This is, I like the female energy of Saturn, that elderly, maybe that's not the right word, not elderly, but that, you know, that master teacher, that wisdom teacher who says, all right, we have to be the best that we can be and really stand in our power and be open to what's next. So Uranus wants us to be open. Uranus wants us to innovate and change. And Saturn asks us to take responsibility for how we want the change to look, because it's up to us 1000%, each individual person, to craft our lives. What we believe, we create. So our words are more important than ever. Our thoughts are more important than ever. Our actions are more important than ever. And they're all being supported by this cosmic alignment. So the week of this oncoming full moon, which let's say that we start on Monday. On Monday, the 11th, we have Venus, which is the ruler of Taurus and Libra, but we have Venus moving into Capricorn. Capricorn ruled by Saturn. So the Saturnian energy is coming in strong and asking us to be the boss. It's like, step into your boss babe, boss bitch era. I'm like, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear on YouTube, but step into that boss part of yourself, that part of yourself that is in control of what you can control, knowing that we can't control our external world. We can only control our breathing and our mind. We can control what we think about with a little bit of practice. So Venus going into Capricorn, I'm loving this energy. It's a very stabilizing energy. And it's almost like where we have been, where we've had toxic masculine energy, which is Capricorn, can be toxic masculine energy. toxic government energy, toxic authority energy. We've had Pluto in Capricorn. So there's been a clearing out of that toxic masculine energy. We've been seeing that for a really long time. And then Venus goes into Capricorn on this week of the healing full moon, right? With Uranus opposing the moon and Saturn going direct, right? This is a lot. There's a lot going on. That Capricorn energy can be this divine inner masculine stabilizing support system. The divine masculine provides, supports, and creates safety. And each one of us has within divine feminine and divine masculine, shadow feminine and shadow masculine. This astrology asks us to lean into the ways in which we can support ourselves, what we need to do in order to care for ourselves and make sure that we feel safe, supported, nurtured, that's a Venusian theme, and able to stand on our own 2 feet, feel our strength and lengthen our spines, and feel the power that is within you to take the actions that are needed in order for you to feel like your best self. Capricorn loves excellence. Capricorn loves growth. Capricorn wants to get to the next level, get to that next place. So this is supportive energy of the Uranus that's here, making these really radical shifts. And my hope is that we can use this Venus and Capricorn energy to find really beautiful balance between our inner yin and yang forces, our inner action and rest, our inner lunar, feminine softness, Venusian energy, and that masculine yang of I'm on a mission. Maybe that's a mission that you're finding, like what is your truth? What do you really care about? Sometimes in times of crisis, we can discover what we really care about and what's really important to us. And then we're able to take action towards those things, what we really care about. And that's part of the journey of the Uranian energy. It's like, okay, if something changes, what do I want to cultivate within me in order to take the next step, take the next aligned step for me that's going to work the best for me. So there's a lot of changes and a lot of incoming changes. The very next week, on the following Tuesday, on the 19th, we've got Pluto going into Aquarius. Aquarius is Uranian energy. So we're getting this a week before. We're getting a little bit of a preview. And it's faster moving. It is, there's a lot of change coming through, a lot of innovation. There's external things around what tech will be like, and Bitcoin, and alien disclosure, and all these conspiracy theory things with the Aquarius energy. But then there's also an internal call, and that internal call is about authenticity. Aquarius in its highest expression says, this is me. These are my beliefs. This is how I dress. I'm weird and I know it, and that's how I want to be, and I don't want to fit in because I like myself in my full throttle weirdness and strangeness. So that's almost like this. There's like, to sum it up, there's this healing theme coming in this week. Healing with Taurus, being in the body, being grounded, and then getting shaken up, getting like a snowball, getting shaken up, and then learning how to reground and move from there. Hopefully this was insightful. I am so, so grateful for you. Thank you for watching. Let me know how it landed with you, and I will see you soon on the other side.